Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning to this webinar. With the pandemic putting the world on a standstill, billions of people are facing massive challenges on top of the ongoing global health crisis. Here in the Philippines, ensuring a stable and affordable food supply was also highly affected by the pandemic. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, food insecurity is the state in which people are at risk or suffering from inadequate consumption to meet nutritional requirements. To give you an accurate picture of our current situation, the Department of Science and Technology's Food and Nutrition Research Institute, DOST released the Rapid Nutrition Assessment Survey in April. Survey results show that 6 out of 10, or 62.1%, of surveyed households reported they experienced moderate to severe food insecurity, and that food security is highest in households with children and households with pregnant members. Food security is also a result of the physical and availability of food. People's lack of social or economic access to adequate food and or inadequate food utilization. That is according to the Global Forum on Food Security of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. The survey also revealed that food insecurity peaked between April and May 2020 during the enhanced community quarantine last year. Given the pandemic, we at the DOST have been working for solutions to address the issue of food security in the Philippines. It is in this light that we are presenting to the people today the DOSTPH's 2017 to 2022 food sector roadmaps that aim to provide solutions to this pressing national concern. These roadmaps were all conceptualized to boost industry competitiveness in ensuring a safe and stable food supply. This is divided into three major programs: the DOST Integrated Safety Program, the DOST Halal S&T Program, and the Food Innovation Program. Food safety refers to the assurance that food will not cause harm to the consumer when it is prepared or eaten, according to its intended use. It is basically concerned with the conditions and practices that preserve the quality of food to prevent contamination and foodborne illnesses. Beginning 2017 to 2018, we have harmonized our food safety training modules, developed a dipstick for salmonella detection in select food matrices, invested in the DOST food safety human resource development, and enhanced the One Lab network capabilities for food safety parameters. Now, we are still developing the food safety guidelines for food service sector and the grading system for food establishments. This, along with the ongoing prevalence studies, food safety risk profiling, pilot total diet study, and accreditation of food safety training providers through the technical working group assigned by the Food Safety Regulation Coordinating Board. With a funding of 37 million, we are now developing a food safety web application supporting a standards development and knowledge transfer of total quality management to our food MSMEs. Next year and onwards, our goals are to create a risk profiling center, develop an Asian harmonized test methods for food safety parameters, and hold the Food Safety Summit to showcase the technologies and outputs from our supported projects. Halal simply means lawful or permitted in Arabic, and as it pertains to food, refers to what Muslims can eat, what ingredients are allowed in meals, and how animals must be slaughtered to guarantee lawful consumption. During the 30th Southeast Asian Games held in the country 2 years ago, we helped the Philippines Southeast Asian Games Organizing Committee to train and certify personnel in charge of preparing halal food at the SEA Games to ensure that foreign delegates and also our own delegates, particularly those from Islamic faith countries, will be served with a proper diet. DOST food technologists, chemists, microbiologists, and those involved in the agency's food safety program conducted trainings on halal hazard analysis critical control points and halal good manufacturing process. So, with the funding of 206 million from the year 2017 to 2020, we are now developing a halal assurance system for food and cosmetics, halal native delicacies, and regional Muslim delicacies. We are also developing emulsified meat products for the halal market. We have also an ongoing training needs assessment, curriculum development, and competency building. Furthermore, for this timeline, we have accomplished the development of technical guidelines for chicken and chicken byproducts, as well as the establishment and operationalization of halal verification laboratories. This year, with a budget of 14 million, we are working on the development of blockchain for halal and tayyab cacao products, as well as halal systems for dehydrated fruits, vegetables, and root crops and other food ingredients. Our goal next year is to have halal knowledge transfer and R&D on accelerating halal tourism, all this towards a Philippine halal sector empowered by science, technology, and innovation. As we continue to grapple with the effects of pandemic, it is obvious that many of our kababayans started innovating their products to fit into the demands of the new normal, and this is rapidly happening. Food innovation is simply put the development and commercialization of new products, processes, and services. With a funding of 175 million for 2017 to 2020, we have finished the pilot scale production of spray dried powdered dextran and high fructose syrup using Husserl ITDI fermentation technologies, as well as the optimization of production for Region 1 native delicacies such as tupig, bukayo, and bibingka, and the establishment and operation of food innovation centers all over the country. Right now, we are still working on several aspects of the food innovation program under this roadmap, such as the development of low heat and low humidity drying system for DOST malnutrition reduction program facilities, development of chicken egg white powder and granules from value edible shell eggs, and more. We are doing this simultaneously with our targeted goals for this year with a total funding of 85 million pesos. This include the development of innovative food products from colored Philippine tubers and root crops through the UPLB DOST Food Innovation Center. FIC concept to launch food product development approach, thermal processing of selected materials using agitated type retorts, among others. Our 2022 vision is to have a sustainable and globally competitive food products with the FICs as leading SNT food innovation hubs. Amidst the onset of pandemic last year, as we incurred disruptions in food supply, logistics, and distribution, we also conceptualized a new program that integrates the initiatives of the DOST councils, R&D institutes, and the regional offices to help provide R&D and S&T solutions throughout the food value chain. This is the DOST Smart Food Value Chain Program, with the initial projects on processing and distribution that is to be presented by our project leaders later on. The assurance of food safety from farm to plate is a shared responsibility among all stakeholders, government, industry, and the consumers. The prevalence of food insecurity is exacerbated by a combination of the effects done by both man-made and natural disasters. So for us at the OST, these changing times mean further strengthening innovation, and collaboration to help address the problems. With natural calamities also hampering the flow of goods and services in the country, it is our shared responsibility to ensure that the Philippines should have food secure in the year ahead for everyone to have access to safe, nutritious, and affordable food. Maraming salamat po at ingat tayong lahat.